What's up, y'all? About to drop another video real quick. As usual, I hope y'all out there working on becoming your greatest self, staying out the way, not giving a fuck about what people say, living your best life, and all that other good shit. But I'm out here in nature right now. Just finished my walk. I be getting my cardio in. I'm into fitness. But I wanted to talk about the transformation. You got to understand that the transformation is uncomfortable as fuck. It's the process of the transformation that causes people to give up on their dreams. It causes people to give up on their goals. It causes people to tap out because it's a lot of pressure built up, a lot of self-doubt, a lot of insecurities. It forces you to go beyond your capabilities, what you feel like you're capable of doing. It forces you to be bold and be brave in ways that you never thought that you would be bold and brave. It forces you to become your greatest self. You see, I always talk about becoming your greatest self, but in order to get to become your greatest self, you have to go through the transformation. You have to go through that shit. There is no way around it. There's a lot of y'all out here trying to find shortcuts and shit. A lot of y'all trying to figure out ways to, do what it is that you have to do, become your greatest self by beating around the bush about shit. And some things you can. I ain't gonna hold you. Some shit you can get away with, make it a little easier. But a lot of times in life, in order to get to where you're trying to be, in order to become your greatest self, you have to go through the transformation. You got to. On top of going through the transformation to become your greatest self and to achieve certain things and obtain a certain something, going through the transformation is what helps you grow into the person that you need to become. There's lessons in that shit. It gives you a strength about yourself that you never had. It gives you a confidence about yourself that you never had. It builds your character. It teaches you how to motivate yourself and how to encourage yourself. But a lot of times we tend to let fear get in the way. Fear of the unknown. You see what I'm saying? Because not all the time are you able to see the outcome of things. You don't know. You know what you would like to see. You know what you would like the outcome to become. But in reality, you don't know. But you know you will never know either unless you just go through the transformation. When you go through the transformation, you're going to have times where you can't eat. You're going to have times where you can't sleep. You're going to have times where you cry and where you scream and when you feel like you want to give up and tap out, and you go through this big ass emotional roller coaster. You're going to have days where you're feeling some type of way and you don't even know why you're feeling it. But it's the process. It's just like the process of what coal goes through in order to become a diamond, or the process of what the caterpillar goes through when they in a cocoon for the time that they in there and they become a butterfly. It's a transformation. And the transformation is uncomfortable. The transformation is painful, but the outcome is beautiful. The outcome is great. And when you go through the transformation, if you just keep your eyes on the prize, you're going to go through the shit, you're going to feel certain things, you're going to be all over the fucking place. But if you can just keep your eyes on the prize, then you will see the beautiful outcome. And your confidence, and I'm a witness to this shit. Because if you grew up around me, then you know. Y'all know I came a long fucking way. I am not who I used to be. You see what I'm saying? And I grew so much, but I am a witness to let you know that it was because of the transformation. I learned to embrace the transformation. And once you learn to embrace that shit, every time you go through a new transformation, you are already mentally prepared. You already know to buckle up. You already know to hold on tight, because you about to go through some shit. But not only that, when you take the time to go through those other transformations, it teaches you to be ready. You're going to look at that shit, you're going to look it dead in the face, like, what's up? Whatever you got going, whatever you got to go through to get there, whatever is going to come your way, you're going to look all that shit dead in the face, like, what's up? And you're going to know, you're going to have the confidence within yourself to understand that you're going to get through it no matter what, no matter how painful it is, no matter how many times you want to give up, no matter when you don't even see the outcome, when you don't know for sure. You know that if I just stay the course, I'm going to get through that shit. It's going to happen. And you want to know how you know it's going to happen? Because you done did it before. Take a look at your life. Go back in time and look at everything that you accomplished. Look at everything that you've endured. And where did you end up? Did it kill you? You still breathing, ain't you? Just like when I'm in the gym. That transformation in itself, that shit hurts. It hurts. And I just started my 3rd year. And I've been consistent. And I'm telling you, that shit hurts. I done been in there with tears in my eyes. I'm always in pain because of that shit. But when I look in the mirror and I look at my body and I look at the old pictures I have, because I kept some of them when I was big as hell, I kept some of them pictures as a reminder of how far I done came. And I look back at that shit and I don't want to go back there because I was miserable as fuck. The transformation is uncomfortable as hell. When you really into fitness, like when you really working on your body, that shit is uncomfortable as hell. And you in there lifting a heavy weight and shit, and your body trembling and shaking, and you know what I'm saying, you can't breathe, and your body going through so much shit. But if you just stay the course, if you just stay consistent, if you just push through that shit anyway, if you show up, a lot of times, like I said, it's mental. Meaning you show up when you don't feel like showing up. Most times I go, I do not feel like going. When I have to wake up and go, I don't feel like waking up and going. And I haven't posted any pictures of me. But when I post them, you will see. Y'all gonna see. I'm gonna post the old pictures and I'm gonna post my new ones. That transformation, when you see them, the differences in those pictures, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Yeah, that shit hurt. It hurts. It's uncomfortable as hell. But going through that transformation is not even just about my body. It done helped me a lot of ways mentally. It done helped me a lot of ways emotionally. Like when I need to relieve some stress. Just how, a lot of y'all women go out there and get y'all nails and feet and shit done, and you have your wine while you doing it, and you have that time to yourself. I get that same adrenaline rush when I go to the gym. And when I started that my fitness journey, it was tough. Cause you can say all you want. Motherfuckers talk about all they want, like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And I was so sure when I started, like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna do this. But when I started going through that shit and I had to endure that shit, it was times where I was gonna give up. Times where I hit a wall where my weight, I wouldn't gain and I wouldn't lose. I was just stuck there for months. But it was part of the transformation. And I stuck through it anyway. All that doubt I was having, or if I felt like I wasn't getting the results or seeing the results as fast as I would like to have seen them, I stayed the course. And before I knew it, I woke up one day, I just started seeing results. And I'm proud of myself. It helped build more character, you know, it's a win-win. But I had to embrace the transformation. I had to embrace that shit. Had I not embraced it, had I not stayed true to my diet, had I not stayed true to everything that I had to do as far as the process during the transformation, then I wouldn't have got the results that I've gotten. And that's what all things in life, whatever you decide to take on in life, whatever it is that you decide to do, everything it's a transformation process. And it has to be like that because you have to become a specific person mentally and emotionally to get to where you're trying to be. It requires a specific person. It requires a specific discipline, a specific determination and motivation. For every new level you enter in life, for every new thing that you decide to do, you got to understand that you have to go through a transformation and you have to become something even greater than you was before. Because anything that you want to do in life, you can do it. You are more than capable of doing whatever it is that you want to do. You just have to stay the course. You just have to embrace the transformation. You have to sit there and understand there's a sacrifice that you have to make. You're going to lose people along the way. People not going to understand you. People not going to support you. But you have to create this tunnel vision. And a lot of times, I know for me, a lot of times during each of my transformations, I had to seclude myself. I had to get to myself for a while so that I can focus, because I had too much shit in my ear. You know, motherfuckers have throwing their opinions at me, or, you know, or a lot of times you'll have people who will put their fears off on you about something. You say you're going to do some shit and they be like, well, you know, I heard this, or, you know, well, when I tried it, this happened. Well, that sucks for you. But just because you went through that, or just because, you know, your opinion about this is that, doesn't mean that I have to believe in that shit. Because me personally, I done been through enough shit to know that don't nobody's opinion matters. And I've done experienced and went through my own transformations and experienced my own experiences with everything that I've accomplished, shit that I'm doing now. And I know from my experience that if I stayed the course, I'm going to accomplish it in due time. Anybody can have the beautiful outcome. Anybody can have the success. Anybody can gain anything that they want to fucking gain. But you have to be able to go through the transformation. Whether you got to scream sometime, whether you got to cry sometime, pray till you can't pray no more, meditate till you can't meditate no more, you have to go through that fucking transformation. It is a must. It's a requirement. And the more you fight against doing it, the longer it's going to take for you to even get to where you're trying to be. And if you're not careful, eventually you're going to be like a lot of people that's, you know, up there in age, and they looking back over their life and regret. Because now they realize now that if they would have just embraced the transformation, if they would have just stayed the course, then they would have became something. And you don't want to get up there like they are in age, and you looking back and all that, you know, coulda, shoulda, woulda. It's too late then. I know for me, that's why I go hard on myself the way I do, because I'm not trying to be that. I don't want to be old and gray and looking back over my life and regret. The transformation is extremely fucking uncomfortable. But it's also mandatory.